Alright, so I've actually already cooked this once, but we wanted to actually record it this time. It's actually fairly simple and it's really, really good. Kind of little show of what we're going to be putting on. So we've got just some regular chicken breast. I didn't do this last time, but I'm going to try this time because it does have a little bit of a lemon to it. So I put some lemon pepper on the chicken. And then we've just got flour, salt and pepper. And then we've got some cherry tomatoes that I'm going to cut up in half. And then we've got the Kalamata olives. These ones actually are really good. They've been marinated in herbs and some wine. I'm just going to chop those up and we're going to toss that in. Pretty much what we're going to do is just going to be a chicken base, and then there's going to be I guess you could call it a lemon. I mean, it's going to have lemon juice and zest. We're actually also adding some capers and then the olives and the tomatoes, and it's going to be a butter sauce with all these ingredients in it. So we'll get started. Alright, so we're going to take our chicken breast and we're going to place it in the flour. And you just want to make sure that the entire surface is covered in flour. So what this is going to do is, with it cooking with the butter that's now in the pan, it's going to make a nice little brown crust on the outside. That's going to be really good. Just try and coat it as much as possible. Okay, and then you want to shake off the excess flour. Then we're just going to drop it into our butter. And again, this butter is going to be our sauce when the chicken is done. And then you're pretty much just going to sit here and fry these. I mean, it could take anywhere from 6 to 8 minutes on each side, depending on how thick the chicken is. And then pretty much just, you want to flip it when it's brown. So we just got a fresh baked bread. So it's pretty much already been baked. From the deli or the bakery at Fry's. So what I did is I put butter, just regular margarine, and then I also took some roasted garlic that I had roasted about a week ago and popped that in there. So that's going to be a really nice, strong garlic taste. So I'm going to put it in. I mean, you can pretty much however you want. If you want it really crispy, and you can keep it in longer. I usually say about 10 minutes. Just make sure the butter gets melted enough. And we'll check on our chicken, see how it's looking. Still not ready to flip yet. They're all the same. Yeah, they still got a little bit to go. But you can see that nice little crust that's being built on them, and I mean, it's not a healthy meal, but it does taste very good. I mean, I guess you can kind of offset the butter with the tomatoes and the olives. Those offset it and make it a little bit healthy. But the butter just gives it a nice crust on the outside. So they are just about done. So that's kind of how you want it to look. You want to have a nice little sear, nice little brown on the outside. Just make sure that the butter is still going to be underneath while it's cooking, so you can get that same even cook. And now when you cook it on this side, and again, with chicken you really want to make sure that it cooks all the way through. So again, you'll do this for probably another 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes, and see how it goes from there. And then just check your chicken and make sure it is cooked all the way through, because you don't want to get it all done and then find out that it's still pink on the middle. All right, so I am taking these are grape tomatoes. You can use grape, cherry, whatever you want. And I'm just going to take them and slice them right in half. And these are going to be a part of the butter sauce that's going to go on top of the chicken once the chicken's finished. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the olives, but I'm going to do more of just a fine chop with those. Just to make sure that the chicken gets cooked all the way through, I'm going to pop these in the oven while I'm making my sauce. Check on the bread real quick. Just about done. Alright, so then what we're going to do is we're going to make our butter sauce. of butter. And to make sure you don't burn the butter, and now this is new for me. A friend of mine who's a chef told me this is how I need to make my butter sauce, so we're going to try it. And we're going to hope it turns out okay. Add a little bit more, so we want to make sure that it's enough to cover everything. Give it a little bit of heat, and then we're going to add in our olives and our tomatoes. We're going to add in some capers, and you can really use however much you want. Maybe I would say about a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half. And then we're going to do some fresh lemon zest. And then we're just going to put just half a lemon with the juice in there. And then we're just going to go through here and mix it up in butter sauce, because you really don't need to cook the vegetables. You really just want to heat them up, because if you cook the tomatoes too long, they're going to start peeling and they're going to be kind of gushy. Pulled the chicken out of the oven, and now we're just going to take our sauce and just drizzle it over the top of the chicken. So all the vegetables and the butter sauce is just going to be dredged over. And you can finish off with a little bit more salt and pepper. And there you go. So there is the chicken, and then of course I really don't have a name for it yet. I'll figure it out. But it's got the Kalamata olives, the cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes, and then of course the capers, and that's in a butter sauce. So tell me how you like it.